Hi J Nation and hi everyone and welcome to J Angel Vlogs. Carnival 2025 wrap up edition. Yes, a lot of you all have been reaching out to me and asking me, Jay, we want to hear what's your wrap up, certain things that went on in the carnival season. We want to hear your side of things and your experience. Well, first thing first, for Carnival 2025, I released two songs. Yes, a fast paced song and a groovy song. The fast paced song was Kitty Pretty, something for the ladies, a party song. And then I released a patriotic song for my people, for the culture, contribution to the culture. However, in the category of my groovy song, I really wrote it in such a way for it to be a road song, not to go up for any road match, okay? Because the BPM of a road match, to me, I find it's a bit more fast paced. But it's not only fast music that plays on the road for Trinidad Carnival. They play groovy songs as well, of a different tempo, of a different BPM speed. So this is the pocket I wanted my song to fit in. However, what happened to it? Well, it didn't really get much play in Trinidad for Carnival. A lot of attention was brought to my song only when I spoke up about it. And I know you guys have seen the videos where, I spoke up and I was a bit emotional and yeah, I just explained myself and my situation. So that was one of the aspects of Carnival 2025 for me. And for me, it's like I wanted to pay back tributes to the icons in the business. So if it is you listen to the song Carnival Come Again, for those of you who haven't heard it, you can go and research Carnival Come Again. When I envision writing this song, I really envision it being just a song to make people have a good time on the road, chip on the road, and just enjoy themselves for the season. Yeah, go get yourself a drink by the truck, chip by the truck. That's how I envision it. But it didn't turn out that way, in which my song would have gotten like a lot of play on radio stations. But nonetheless, I put forward my best foot forward and I marketed it as best as I could. A lot of things went into that song in terms of expenses, sacrifices, finances. And it really, really served me to see where carnival have really reached in our country. There are a few things that stood out for me in this carnival. I learned a few lessons as well. The next thing I want to touch on, competitions. I was looking on at competitions. I also partake in a competition called the Soca Champion. I didn't make it to the semi-finals. I went with Carnival Come Again, and well, I didn't make it to the finals. But nonetheless, I honestly, to my surprise, I was very shocked. I was like, a song like this for the culture. But you know what? Maybe there's a reason why they know what they're looking for. But for me, when coming to competition, what I have seen this season is that there's a lot that goes on when coming to competition. The next thing is that entertainers, artists that's another step of investment that you have to put out into doing competition. And for me, it was like, wow, some of the things I've seen that took place for competitions, and it really opened my eyes to see where does the future of soca is headed. And on top of that, like for artists like myself that is on the rise, I'm not a newbie to this. For persons who think I'm new to soca, I am not new to soca. I have been professionally singing soca since 2013. Okay, I started in 2012, but I professionally started in 2013. And before that, when I was in school, I started to sing calypso. I used to take part in calypso competitions and stuff. So I'm not a newbie to soca. Trust me, I have catalog of music. I have a catalog of music. My very first song I sang was a party song, Juk It, which was done by Madmen Productions. One of the head directors of Kestiban, well, his music director at the time, he passed away now. May he rest in peace to Ricky. Very, very, very talented guy. They were the team that worked with me to do my very first soca song. And well, the list goes on. So, like I said, in regards to being new into this, I am not new into this. All right. So for those of you, please understand, I'm not new into this. The next thing I noticed is that a lot of collaborations didn't happen. Once again, a lot of collaborations didn't happen. And what I'm getting to see is like, if you don't get a buzz, people don't really want to collaborate with you. And that is the truth. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you have to create your buzz first, and then people will kind of, jump on a train to collaborate with you. But my thing is like, it always opened my eyes to see the industry in Jamaica in terms of how it is they do their music. Because when coming to Jamaica, big artists, well-known artists, they always collaborating. I really wish, that our industry and our creatives and just everything surrounding the industry could really elevate our standard where that could happen for us as well. You know, it's not a sense of entitlement. I just see it as that's one way in which the industry can move forward, because it's over 30 something years, over 40 something years soca have been into the existence. A lot of people have been pushing the soca, and clearly we could see one man, one woman cannot carry a whole genre. It takes an entire group of people, you know. And the thing is, nobody owns soca, the genre soca. So to me, anybody could do it. When coming to carnival music, when coming to carnivals around the world, anybody could do soca. Soca is done by so many different people throughout the entire world. However, for this carnival, like I said, I didn't really see much collaborations. When coming to soca rhythms, not much up and coming artists was given the opportunity to even be on some of those rhythms. It was only really a particular group of artists was on rhythms. I tried reaching out to a few people to get on rhythms. I didn't get on, and I just said, you know what, it's fine. I'll just work with producers outside or whoever locally who is interested in working with me, and because it's me financing me, you know. I don't have anybody in the industry that's investing in me financially, you know. So I would say from that standpoint, I would really like to see a lot more collaborations and stuff, but you never know, with time it will tell. The thing is, when coming to this carnival 2025, carnival is bacchanal. Carnival is always bacchanal. There's always some sort of bacchanal. One thing I must say that stood out for me is the collaboration that Nicki Minaj did with Trinidad Killer. I find that was really good. You know, that's definitely a big highlight for our soca industry. So I just want to say, you know, congrats to them. And yeah, I mean, that was such a really good opportunity. However, with that, it didn't really bring a good highlight in terms of the events that was surrounding it with people and their emotions and stuff. And that opened my eyes to see, because I'm like, okay, all right, I guess people are in their feelings. Nonetheless, you be happy for somebody. That's how I know it. Something happened for somebody, you be happy for them. Even if you don't like them, you still be happy for them. And the truth is, in carnival here in soca in Trinidad, we have to push this thing as a genre. In order for our music to even be respected, we have to move as a movement. You understand? And there are much people on the outside, I'm telling you, internationally, they are looking on. They're looking on at our industry. They're looking at our artists. They're looking at the growth of everything here. Soca is not on the billboards. It is not a genre. It is not respected as a genre to be on Billboard. Nobody has won a Grammy. Nobody has won a MOBO award or any type of accolades of such on the international level. Nobody has been signed to an international record label where they are actively touring every year with international acts or even opening. So far, what I'm seeing is a lot of the Jamaican artists are getting those opportunities. And it's not that we are not putting in the hard work, but what I strongly believe is that at the end of the day, we need to work as a collective, and we need more unity, and we need more love in this soca industry. I have said it, and I will continue to say it. And this carnival really made me get to realize that we need more love and unity in this soca industry. I'm really questioning myself, like, where is the future of soca headed? You know, I saw for the road march competition, there was a judge from Tuku that violated one of the rules, and that really, I found it to be a bit distasteful. But I guess, you know, she probably was a bit excited and wanted to share the, you know, the excitement. But nonetheless, all of that, it just have me thinking, as an artist that's on the rise, that's investing in myself, that is putting forth music towards my culture, where is my future headed? Like, or where's the future of soca headed? Like, what, you know? So I mean, there's so many different things that happen in the carnival, but one of the things I must say that stood out for me is that the support of artists on the rise is strongly, strongly needed. Next point. The next thing, y'all. What I've noticed, over 2,000 soca songs came out for Carnival 2025. And it's basically like, on one hand, you can count how many songs made it. My thing is, if we have so many songs, hundreds, thousands of soca songs coming out, why does it have to be in a whole carnival season that only 2 to 5 or 8 or 6 songs make it, like, to be very, very big songs and been repetitive? Like, why can't we have more than that? Why it just only have to come down to 2 to 4, 5, 6 songs? Like there's so much room for more music to be played, for more music to, be rotated, and the next thing is like the same faces of artists. Like we can have so many different artists here on different stages. We are the mecca. One thing I must say, in Tobago Carnival, Miami Carnival, different carnivals outside of Trinidad, what I've recognized is that there are a variety of artists, and that's one thing that I love. Even Labor Day in New York City, there's a variety of music and a variety of artists that touch these events, and out there, and their music are being played, and I enjoy it so much when I attend events, and even some events when I perform as well. I'm so shocked to see new artists, different type of artists, and I'm like, wow, you're from Grenada, you're from St. Lucia, you're from, oh my goodness, it's so nice to see. And I just find, as we as the mecca, why every carnival season, why it only has to come down to just a few songs going through the gate. Next point in question, we are the mecca. Every year, you understand, not just carnival alone, but every year we should have artists coming out of Trinidad in soca. Not just like, and I mean like getting a good bus, like a proper bus, getting that exposure out there. This season, how many, we have to ask ourselves, this season alone, and this was supposed to be considered a longer carnival season, how many artists on the rise or even up and coming got a bus in the season? How many? Basically like about one or two. That's just it. And we have so much room. We have the resources right here. I really do hope that some sort of change could come about. And like I said in a previous video, social media is not the only platform alone. I mean, it's a very powerful platform, yes, but we have different avenues that make up the industry as a whole that we have access to. We have resources that we could help take this thing. The thing is that I just find like there's so much egos and emotions and people feelings, and everybody want to be the man or the one person to push soca global and get out. Like, I don't know, but it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. This is our culture, this is our brand, this is our genre. Everybody could win. Like there's room, there's so much room. You understand? Like I would love to see like different artists getting opportunities internationally, not just, and when I look on the international market outside of Trinidad Carnival, look at this, right? Outside of Trinidad Carnival, how many artists from Trinidad doing soca music that would be out there? Very few. Artists from different Caribbean islands, different countries, they dominate the market outside there in the soca world. You see them performing more and get more bookings, the Grenadians, now the Dominicans, people outside there. So that's showing something, that soca is growing in different countries, and there's an uprising of artists from different countries, and they are the ones being booked more than the percentage of artists that coming out from Trinidad to do international shows. And for some people who is in the feelings and of ignorance, everybody's putting in their work, they're putting in their fair share. You can't compare a veteran that's in the business to an artist that's on the rise. An artist that's on the rise don't even have that kind of money to invest in the artistry for the culture. You understand? Some of us, we are not lucky enough to have parents to bring us in the industry and give us that financial support and bring us up in the business, and our parents backing and support. Some of us don't have that. Just like some of us haven't come from a musical background, a musical family that have a name, and basically it's like you're born into help already, and like you have a silver spoon, because honestly some of us don't have that backing. We don't have that support coming from a family name and you're busting the business. We don't have that. Some of us really build ourselves from the ground up. In order for me to do soca, in order for me to become a full-time entertainer, look at where I started off. I started off as an MC with a song system on the streets, on the ground of Trinidad, then worked my way up to become a professional certified radio announcer, you understand, and work in television, work in media for 9 years, and then I transitioned from that. I resigned from the media world, and I'm fully into being an entertainer, you understand me? On top of that, I write my own music, I produce my own music videos. I'm the creative director for all my music videos. I write all my soca songs, all my music. There's so much that goes into artists that's on the rise and that's up and coming, so honestly, I just really hope for some sort of change. But when coming to me, I can give my best. and just, just hope for the best, for the strength of God, that my generation, you all continue to give me that support, and just, just be here to witness my growth and be on this journey with me. But there's so much that happens behind the industry, and for this carnival alone, it opened my eyes to so many different things, so many different things. And I'm seeing it once again, soca need more love and more unity in it to thrive. Some of the veterans, they didn't even take part in the carnival, this carnival 2025. Why is that? There's a bigger issue at hand here, and honestly, all I can safely say is that hopefully the persons who are speaking up, artists who are speaking up, their voices are heard and some sort of change could come about. I really wish the best for everybody, all the creatives in the industry. We back to the drawing board again. Other carnivals in the world, the show continues, but so much more went on in the carnival too. I wouldn't address it. I don't have all that time to address it. Like I've said, I'm just really hoping for change, and things could be done in a much more better format. What can I say? Carnival come again. All right, so guys, keep streaming, keep sharing. We have other carnivals outside of Trini Carnival, and they're looking on, so the music continues. The music have to continue traveling. Thank you so much for the support that you guys gave me in this carnival. I'm going to continue pushing back to the drawing board. I'm going to continue pushing. I'm not going to give up. All right, feel free to get to know other artists in the industry, other artists that's on the rise, other artists that's new in the soca, and even our veterans as well. Keep supporting them. All right, remember, once again, Carnival come again. Check out the music video. I invested a lot into that, and I really do still look forward to the support. All right, so this is it, a wrap up for J Angel Vlogs. Stay tuned to another J Angel Vlogs.